Hi Gemini, and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Jamie with Lost Boy, and I'll be doing another reading for y'all for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Geminis, cross watchers, you are also welcome. Flip the roles as you see fit, and please take the messages that resonate and leave the messages that do not. Alrighty, universe, let's get into it. What's going on with Gemini? Gemini needs to know what's going on around their energy that they are unaware of. I have despondence. Despondent. So somebody's living in their own little worlds, right? Unaware of what's going on around them, unwilling to accept the truth or the reality of something here. Right? That's despondent. Someone's a little off. They're a little off. They have tunnel vision. They see things in a particular way. They don't. Somebody here is missing a different perspective, not seeing something clearly. Trickery. When you have trickery. So, with this despondence and trickery, I definitely feel like there is strong, gaslighting energy here, right? Somebody is trying to trick somebody into believing a false narrative, right? With this despondence, somebody here is bittersweet at the bottom of the deck here. Bittersweet. I mean, I don't want to say that there's going to be an ending of some sort. Gossip is next underneath that deck. So, there is a difficult person around you, Gemini. They are. There's a lot of gaslighting, there's lies, there's trickery, right? Somebody's trying to take they're trying to take more than what they need, right? Because they see that you have plenty of something. Whatever it is, this could even be like your energy, right? Spirit, what's going on with my Geminis? Okay. We have annoyed. Somebody here's annoyed. They definitely are. Maybe it's you, because look at this person's face. Alright, look at this person's face. And of course, now the camera's not gonna. Of course, now the camera hates me, right? But you can look, like, her face. She just looks like so freaking confused. She's like, what the hell are you talking about? How the hell did you get that information? You know, how did you get that out of this, right? And then we also have, they will not change. They will not change. We do have a guilty conscience at the bottom of the deck, y'all, so they will not change. Maybe you guys might feel guilty. You know, I did want to say earlier that there might have been a separation, or there's going to be a separation with the bittersweet. Like, just because we had some good times in the past doesn't mean I can accept this behavior going forward, right? We're going to clarify this and get more information here. Somebody here is definitely annoyed. I feel like it's you, Gemini, right? Because I feel like you've been dealing with somebody here who's refusing to grow, who's refusing to change, who's refusing to gain a different perspective, right? Who's afraid, somebody here who's unwilling to put in the hard work. They'd rather take from somebody else. Alright, universe, let's clarify this reading for Gemini, please. Why is despondence here? The Hanged Man in the reverse. Yeah. Somebody here needs to gain a new perspective in regards to something here. Somebody's not seeing something clearly, right? They're stuck in their ways. They're dead set. They're not budging. They're not budging, right? Somebody here is not budging. We have the Justice card in the reverse, right? Yeah, This person's unbalanced, right? They're untruthful. They lack integrity. They're not singing something clearly. I don't know if they're manipulating. Some of y'all could even be dealing with a Pisces or a Libra. Somebody here is all over the place, right? It's their way or the highway, right? There's no compromise. There's a lack of compromise here with the justice in the reverse. There's a lack of trying to understand somebody's perspective and point of view, right? This is also somebody here who doesn't care who they hurt, right? They don't care about the consequences. Somebody here doesn't care about the consequences, right? Wow. Tell me more about this despondence. This person is definitely not going to change. They're definitely not going to change. Right? With the Hanged Man in the reverse, the Justice in the reverse, this person doesn't care who they hurt. They're willing to gaslight people into believing whatever story they have. I don't know. They're in La La Land. Somebody here is in La La Land, Gemini. They're all over the place. They lack critical, like, comprehension skills. And I don't want to sound rude, but, like, it's like this person. I'm trying to think of an example of, like, it's like somebody trying to pass off a chihuahua as a cat, and they're like, no, it's definitely a cat. Like, no, no, that's definitely a chihuahua. That's not a cat, right? And then they're like, no, but it is. And it's like, and I know that's a stupid reference that I'm using, but, like, that's the energy. It's like this person, like, they're in their own little worlds, right? Tell me more about this despondence. We have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. Confusion. Massive confusion. I feel like this person here listens to advice from other people instead of following their intuition, right? They have no connection to faith, divine, spirit, source, right? They don't even have a connection to themselves, right? There's a lack of trusting one's intuition all over the place. Damn. They're all over the place. They're ungrounded, right? This person's ungrounded. Okay. I definitely feel like this person is definitely trying to do something behind your back, take something from you. And the justice in the reverse, then we also have trickery. Why is this trickery here, Spirit? Why is this trickery here? We have the lovers. With the Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck, right, is a need to take a blindfold off. I feel like somebody only... For some of you that are in a relationship with somebody, I feel like they're you. Like, I'm gonna be honest, and I don't want to sound mean when I say this, but it honestly feels like somebody here is just using you. Somebody here is using somebody for what they have, right? They put themselves in a karmic tie, in a karmic situation, right, to try and take something from somebody because they want more. They want what you have. They're willing to pull out all the stops, right? We have like a master manipulator here. Somebody, it's like this person even believes their own lies, Gemini. Tell me more about this trickery. The Lovers is definitely a Gemini card. That represents Gemini. Why is trickery here? Knight of Wands. Yeah. This person just wants a good time. They only want to take what they can get. This person could be like very like forceful. Not like forceful, but very like pushy. Right? The Knight of Wands is somebody who was pushy. It's like, oh, but come on, please. It's not that much. Just a little bit. Stop being so uptight, that kind of person. Knight of Wands. Like, ooh. Right? The Knight of Wands is also somebody here who doesn't take action or doesn't take responsibility for their actions, right? They don't care about who they hurt. They only want quick success. They only want fun, right? They're too busy playing with that wand, if you know what I mean. Tell me more about this trickery. Five of Wands in the reverse. And this person's not afraid to cause conflict. They're not afraid to start fights. They're not afraid to involve other people, right? This person involves other people, right? But they don't tell them the full story. They don't tell them the role that they played, right? It's like this person pins people against you, right? And maybe it's leaving you definitely annoyed. It's definitely feeling like you're being teamed up against, and you're like, do people not see what this person's actually doing? I feel like you're the only one that's seeing this person for what they are, right? For the lies that they're manipulating. For some of you, this could even be a family member of some sort, right? The lovers doesn't necessarily need to mean like a lover, right? Soulmates are friends, family, co-workers, people that are meant to be in your life to teach you a lesson. And I definitely feel like whoever this person is, they're definitely a karmic, right? Justice in reverse. They don't care about who they hurt, right? Not taking responsibility for their actions, all over the place, lack of intuition, right? Only wants to have fun, not afraid to involve other people, right? In order to prove their point. I don't know what point they're trying to prove, besides the fact that they're an asshole. And, I just said it, I call it like it is. Um, they start fights and arguments, right? So that people can't see what's actually really going on, right? They're always trying to control the narrative. They're always trying to control the narrative. And if it doesn't align with what they want, then they're going to do everything in their power, right? This is like starting conflicts, starting fights. This is not being able to handle one's emotions, right? This is like yelling, screaming, fighting, acting entitled, right? Putting on the waterworks, right? Just to make people believe their story. Tell me about this annoyed. Why is annoyed here? Why is annoyed here? Although I pretty much have an idea if you're dealing with somebody like this. I mean, I would be annoyed too, right? And I feel like you've been trying to end something with them, but they keep, I don't know if they keep like starting fights or having people reach out to you, right? The world. The world. If you've been wondering if this cycle is going to be over, you're annoyed, right? You're putting an end to it. This is, ending a chapter and starting a new one, right? Chariot at the bottom of the deck, that's moving forward. Full steam ahead, right? That's moving on. Moving on. That's also an Aquarius, too. Some of y'all could be dealing with an Aquarius. Tell me more about this annoyed card. Tell me more about this annoyed card. The Hermit. Yeah. You're realizing that you're better off without this person. You're better off alone, right? The Hermit is very solitude energy, right? They realign with their soul purpose, right? I definitely feel like this person's been, whatever they've been trying to take from you, they've also been robbing your energy. They've been robbing your joy. They've been robbing your happiness, right? You're annoyed with that, right? Tower card at the bottom of the deck. That's, a crumbling of a false foundation, right? This is a shock. Somebody's not going to see this. They're not going to see the move that you're going to make next. That you're going to make next. I feel like this person's going to push you into a corner, right? With their lies, their arguments. You're going to feel like you're pressed up against a corner, and they're not going to like the response that they get from you, right? Because you're not going to react. Because reacting hasn't gotten you anywhere, right? It's all about on how you respond, right? So now you're responding, right? Your back's up against the wall, and now you're going to respond. You're going to put an end to something. You're going to end that chapter, right? You're going to focus that energy back onto yourself, right? You're going to replenish yourself. You're going to call this person out for the person that they are, for the liar that they are, for the manipulator that they are. Tell me more about this annoyed card. Three of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. Yeah. You are parting ways with this because it's no longer happy. You're moving quickly, right? When I said this other person had other people involved, right? I feel like you're at the point where you're like, okay, okay. Everyone wants to believe all these lies. Everybody wants to believe this trickster. Fine. Believe him. Go with God. That's pretty much what you're saying. Go with God. All of you can go with God, right? And then in a couple of months from now or a couple of weeks from now, when this person starts pulling this on you because I'm no longer there to be that scapegoat, don't come crying to me and be like, "Oh my God, you were right the whole time. I am so sorry." Right? And that's the situation that I'm getting here. You were so right. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's what these people are doing. Why is they will not change here? Why is they will not change here? Why is they will not change here? Six of Coins. They will not change. They will never balance anything out, right? They only like to receive. They don't like to give, right? Life doesn't work that way, right? If you want to receive, you have to be willing to give, right? And this person, they don't want to give. They don't want balance. They don't want equal reciprocity. They just want to take. And there's a lack of finances too, right? This person's gonna go down, right? There are two balance cards here. Six of Coins. Traditionally, the Six of Coins also has, the scales of Libra on there as well, right? And we have Justice here. This person's unbalanced. They're ungrounded, right? They only care about themselves. Tell me more about this. They will not change. Five of Coins. In the reverse. This person's gonna constantly act like they are a victim all the time. Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck, y'all. Wow. Five of Wands, Five of Coins, and then the Five of Swords. So 555. It's a major life change. This is a major life change. This is somebody saying, I'm done. It's been enough. I'm moving on. I can no longer stay in this energy, right? You can no longer deal with people who constantly act like a victim, right? I feel like the wind blows the wrong way and this person's just like, oh no. The wind's blowing from the north today. What an awful day. Like, they're a victim because the wind's blowing from the north, right? Like, just tell me more about this. They will not change. Like, you're tired. You're so annoyed, right? You're so annoyed. You're like, come on. It's like somebody here refuses to grow up, right? And you're like, fine. Fine. If nobody else wants to believe me, if nobody else wants to see through it, it's fine. You're just like pretty much saying y'all can deal with it. We have the Star card. There's a lot of major arcana here today. So this is definitely a major life event that's happening for you guys. But the Star card is being divinely guided, right? You're being divinely guided. For what? Ten of Wands to the bottom of the deck. To drop this heavy burden, right? To end this cycle. To move on, right? To heal. The Star card is very healing, right? This is about pouring yourself into your faith, into your divinity, into source, into spirit. That's beautiful. Give me one more card here for an outcome for my Geminis. One more card here for an outcome for Gemini. The Hierophant, like I said, right? Committing yourself to the divine, committing yourself to your life path, to your goal here. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Trusting in yourself, trusting in what you're co-creating with the divine. But look, he's opening up a box. I don't know if the camera's gonna catch it because my camera hates me, but so it's about like receiving some new information, right? Going deeper, discovering something new about yourself, right? Because once you leave this energy behind, right, and you give yourself time to heal from it and to separate, right? Because just because you may not be physically connected anymore doesn't mean that the energy still doesn't linger, right? It's definitely going to linger. We have to do work to unenvelop ourselves, right, from that. But I definitely feel there's going to be a new discovery of like some new gifts, or now that you have more energy on your hands, right? Because you're not dealing with somebody who's trying to take things from you, who's trying to pin people against you, right? Because you're not dealing with that, because you're not so annoyed, that in itself raises your vibration even more, right? It's like coming out of the fog, right? Seeing things clearly, seeing things for what they are, right? And co creating with the universe. The Hierophant and the star, that's co creating with the universe. That's what you guys are doing, Gemini. After leaving behind somebody here that's been trying to keep you trapped in their own problems that they're unwilling to fix. And at the end of the day, right, you can only work on yourself, right? You're not responsible for other people. You can't be, especially if they don't want to take responsibility for themselves. You know what? I am feeling guided to pull one of these. Whispers of Lord Ganesha. This deck is so big my hands can barely like fit around them. Give me one card here for Gemini. Okay, I'll take it. Achievement. Achievement number 42. Oh, I'm going to start doing this because y'all can see the card better this way. Achievement. Achievement number 42. Alright, let's see what the book has to say. Alright. You are surrounded by abundance and prosperity, luxury and quality, prestige and sophistication, value and elegance. Many stories relate that Ganesha has two wives. Shidhi, success, and Ridhi, prosperity. And I apologize if I said those wrong. I probably did say those wrong. The symbolism of these two women indicates that if you walk on the path set by Ganesha, success and prosperity are guaranteed to always be by your side. That's this Hierophant card. Okay? The search for material success seldom brings with it achievement of spiritual goals. Ganesha wishes you to realize that by actively developing your spirituality and consciously working with the divine, you will experience positive flow on effects in all areas of your existence. When you stay connected to your spiritual nature, you have a more serene mind. Develop an accepting perception of yourself. This attitude will help your heart open to spiritual matters. A high level of self-mastery coupled with a high ethical practice will increase the likelihood of enjoying material success. As more people discover the rewards of a more dynamic and fulfilling spiritual life, this success will become the norm in society and not an expectation for a few, not an exception, excuse me, not an exception for a few eccentric individuals. The more relationships among human beings develop into true kinship, the more humanity can achieve beyond the present limits of knowledge and material measures of success. Become part of a brotherhood governed by love, working toward building a happier, more loving, and productive global society. Right? You're trying to align with your soul tribe. Right? You no longer want to be stuck with this. And there's nothing wrong with that. And you are going to be accomplishing that. And you will be aligning with your soul's purpose. That's what I have for y'all, Gemini. If this reading resonated with y'all, please be sure to hit that like button and click that subscribe button. That way you guys can stay up to date on when I upload. It'll definitely help my channel grow, which I would really appreciate. And it would get these messages out there to other people who might need them. Alright, Gemini. Love and light.